I not only love local bookstores, but I've long advocated for them on Casting Across. I'm also a proponent of local fly shops and that they should have a assortment of classic fly fishing books, new fly fishing books, and titles that are pertinent to the area that they service. But we live in the 21st century, and online book retailers are an important part of most of our lives, including the really big ones. And so today I'm going to be talking about the 5 top fly fishing books on Amazon here on Casting Across. Hi, I'm Matthew of castingacross.com, where I explore the quarry and culture of fly fishing. I know there are a lot of opinions and emotions and ideas about Amazon and its place in our contemporary lives, but it does provide an invaluable service to folks who don't have a lot of access to most things, including anglers that don't have access to a lot of the older and newer fly fishing books. It also does provide the service of kind of giving us trends, what people are buying, what people are reading, including the top fly fishing books that are out there. Now, Amazon does not have a fly fishing chart, but they do have a fishing chart. And within that, if you know what's on there, you can tell what books are more slanted towards fly fishing than not. And so today I'll be talking about the top 5 on that list, starting with a classic, Norman Maclean's A River Runs Through It. Now, what you need to know about this book is that it is just a coming of age story that also talks about family dynamics and melds faith and fly fishing. You're probably aware of the Brad Pitt film that was directed by Robert Redford back in the 90s, but if you have not read the book, I encourage you to do so. It's not that long, just over 100 pages. This particular edition actually includes a bunch of Maclean's other short stories as well. Interestingly, what is trending, as they say, on Amazon is the audiobook. So it's kind of in between sitting and watching the movie and sitting down and reading the book itself. But definitely check out Maclean's A River Runs Through It. Number 4, Ian Whitelaw's The History of Fly Fishing in 50 Flies. This came out in 2015, and I think the reason it resonates with people is because it combines 2 important aspects of fly fishing. One is fly tying. There's not a lot of books out there on fly tying that go into more detail than just how to do it. Now, they're out there, but this does it really well because it marches from the beginning of anything that could be considered fly fishing, Mesopotamia, thousands of years ago, up to the most modern fly tying techniques and how fishing has come along with it in that time. So 50 chapters, 50 flies. You can pick up one chapter if you love the Hare's Ear Nymph. Read the chapter on the Hare's Ear Nymph. If you love the Lefty's Deceiver, read that chapter, or we can read through it and kind of get this chronology of how fly fishing has changed and how fly tying has advanced. Great book, full color photographs and illustrations. It is just a lot of fun to have on your shelf. Number 3, a book I don't own, but a book that I have had a lot of experience with because it stands in a library of tremendous titles from the Orvis Company. This is The Orvis Guide to Beginning Fly Fishing by Tom Rosenbauer. For most folks who are just even tangentially aware of fly fishing in the United States, the name Orvis is synonymous with fly fishing. And if they pick up this book as they're getting into the sport, they are not going to be disappointed. With Rosenbauer's fantastic writing, as well as diagrams and charts and illustrations and photographs, you get everything and anything that you need to know to get started fly fishing. I can't imagine many other books that would be worth these top spots for introducing somebody to fly fishing. And so definitely check this one out if you know somebody who needs to get into fly fishing. You hand this to them, they spend some time with it, and then the next time you go out, they're going to have all this background knowledge about what they ought to do when they get on the water. Number 2. Now, this is interesting because, as I've often said, the most popular subgenre, don't have the empirical data for this, but in my opinion, in fly fishing is that reflection and memoir, fly fishing stories. There's so many good books out there. And Thomas McGuane's The Longest Silence makes it to the number 2 spot on the fly fishing books on Amazon. So probably what could honestly be called a modern classic. McGuane talks about freshwater and saltwater. They are poignant, they are humorous, anything and everything you want in this book. He has about a 10 other book library that comes before The Longest Silence, but this one has proven to be just a tremendous read for folks who just love the contemplative and also the experiential side of fly fishing. Just by note of observation, there's a handful of John Gierach books in that back half of that top 10 list. And so they were probably competing for each other, not to throw shade at The Longest Silence, but the fact that Gierach is not in the top 5 is probably only testament to how many books he has and that people are buying and reading. Number 1. Now, I'll be honest, the book I have the least amount of experience with on this top 5 list, the top 10 list, is the top book that is a fly fishing book on Amazon. It is Kirk Deeter and Charlie Myers, The Little Red Book of Fly Fishing. What is this book? You've probably seen it. You probably own it. It's ubiquitous. You can't go to a used bookstore without finding it. It's a small, little, red book about fly fishing. Over 240 tips and tricks, and they are sorted kind of by topic or theme, and they are quick paragraphs, quippy little concepts that you can easily digest. Now, one of the things that I like about the Little Red Book of Fly Fishing, because even though I don't own it, and I haven't read it cover to cover, I have picked it up, I have looked at it, is that it's the kind of book that even an experienced angler can take, and a concept that they think they're well aware of can be presented in such a nice way that it gives them vocabulary or it gives them a different way of looking at it. So in that sense, although this may seem like a book for beginners, I think this is a book that should be on anyone's bookshelf. So that said, the next time I see this at a used bookstore, guess what? I'm going to buy it because I think it's at every one that you can find. So there you have it. The top 5 fly fishing books on Amazon in April of 2026. I'll probably revisit this in a few months, probably in another year. It's interesting to see what else there is, how things change, how things shift as time goes by. New titles that thrust themselves up into the upper echelon of what people are reading, and those stalwarts, like a number of the books that we talked about today, that are still there. If you have any questions about these books or others that are on that list, let me know, Matthew@castingacross.com. Then head over to Casting Across for 3 posts a week on the people, places, and things that go into the pursuit of fish.